All right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC. And if anyone is well equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop him.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if you can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fight.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
Well, DC, this is a true mixed martial artist of the highest order. You've watched the film. Hard for me to see much in terms of glaring weaknesses, and he believes he can react to anything that is thrown his way inside that octagon.
It's unbelievable, because whenever you're trying to prepare for someone, you look for weaknesses. But when you watch this guy, nothing jumps off the page. When you think I have to go wrestle him, you realize very quickly that not only can he defend takedowns, he can also go and secure them himself. He's that new breed of fighter that has been doing every discipline from the very start of his career. You know you're looking at a guy that will contend for a championship.
And if our fighter meeting on Thursday is any indication, confidence, not an issue for this young man coming in here tonight. Our tail of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Elkins is 7 years his senior. He will have a 1-inch reach advantage. And now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a freestyle fighter holding a professional record of 28 wins, 10 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Portage, Indiana, USA, Darren, the Damage, Elkins! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 14 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Busan, South Korea,
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so the fight is now underway. We'll see how long it goes. You've got a submission specialist on one side, and on the other side, maybe the most well-rounded fighter in this division.
Yeah, he is one of the best fighters in the entire UFC. But in front of him, he has one of the most dangerous fighters across all divisions in the Octagon, because that one skill he has is so good that you're in danger the entire time. Big punch lands over the top.
Oh, late defense off the takedown and scrambles to his feet. Nicely done. Elkins is hooked to the body there. His block shot looked pretty good, but ultimately the defense was there.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And they separate.
Look at the angle of that nice body kick.
And some nice defensive work being put in by Darren Elkins.
Yeah, he's mixing it all up.
Oh, and he connects with a punch there, DC. You like this guy.
I like this guy a ton. And to watch his punch like this puts a smile on my face. He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Tries to mix in a takedown here.
Nice kick.
Oh, high-level stuff as he counters with that right hand. Elkins gets in the clinch. Oh, he got that inside leg kick to the target there, DC. You don't want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. It starts to beat up the inside thigh. That is a technique you use to really slow down your opponent.
Just over 2 minutes now to go. Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position. And a nice job to stick with it there to complete the takedown. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by the Korean Superboy. Elkins is looking to pass out of the half guard and attain side control here, but unable to do so. All right, well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Now maybe trying to get to a choke position here, DC. Well, you know I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. 10 seconds to go in the round. Second round, straight ahead. All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
Deep breath. Relax. Take a drink of water and listen. All right, DC, second round is getting underway. Round one, not the round of the year necessarily, but some good in there.
And it's not always gonna be. When you have two very talented fighters, sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round number one.
Oh, beautiful 1-2 punch. He closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Darren Elkins.
Oh! He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh! Both fighters throwing heat now. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Trying to establish that jab once again. The Korean Superboy gets hit with a kick here. That one landed flush. Let's see if he can make some adjustments. Elkins' lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back in range.
Oh, he might be in trouble here after that big diving punch. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. All right, well, he's got him softened up here. Oh, so an interesting decision there as he decides to stand up and relinquish the dominant position. Man, as he landed a high volume of strikes here in round two.
Fantastic takedown land.
Just over 2 minutes to go in the round. Closed guard. Oh, he postured up there, gained some valuable separation.
And now the ground and pound starts.
Choi gets caught with that punch.
You can really limit the mobility of your opponent with those leg kicks. Big body kick.
And both guys, oh! Back to the feet.
Barely missed on an uppercut right here on the inside.
So he's really starting to put, oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his punch.
Choi gets work here from the top. Let's see if he goes for a sweep to try to get back to his feet. Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, there's the horn, and what a round it was. DC, take us through the replays.
Punch after punch. He landed him at will. He went right at his opponent, got in his face, and showed, this is my octagon. We are going to dance to the beat of my tune.
Fight in the bag, but I do not want you to pull off at all. I want you to keep the pressure on, fight smart.
All right, pretty good back and forth action in the previous 2 rounds. Your expectations here as this next round gets underway?
I expect the action to really pick up now. These guys have to lay it on the line as we start to approach the end of the round.
Nice punch. Oh! And now he lands a combination. Oh, and that one snapped the head back. The referee has seen enough.
He mercifully stopped the fight. A great stoppage and a great performance by this young man.
Well, another highlight for the real DC as we look back at that scintillating knockout.
Yeah, but the whole fight, he was landing great strikes, kicks, punches. He was doing everything right until eventually he found the shot that ended the fight.
All right, the decision is inside the octagon. We send it to the veteran voice. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 24 seconds of the 3rd round. Declaring the winner by knockout, the Korean Superboy,
All right, so there he is, the man of the moment, celebrating one of the bigger knockout victories of his career. And gotta be nice sometimes with all the hard work that you guys put in when it goes down exactly the way you drew it up.
A lot of people talk about doing certain things. It's harder to deliver on those promises you make to the public. Tonight, he did exactly